Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some jobs completely drain you while others seem to light you up inside? If you're a highly sensitive person, what we often call an HSP, your nervous system is wired a little differently. That means certain careers are going to be an amazing fit for you, while others might feel like absolute torture. And here's the key thing. This isn't about weakness, it's about wiring. In today's episode, we're going to take our time. I'll walk you through the best careers for highly sensitive people, share real stories from clients, and give you a practical roadmap for finding work that supports your sensitivity rather than draining it. Make sure to watch the entire video because I will be adding a special bonus meditation to help you find your aligned career path. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another video about thriving as a highly sensitive person. Now, I invite you to grab a cup of tea, find a cozy spot, take a deep breath, and let's dive in. Part 1. What it means to be an HSP at work. Before we even talk about careers, let's take a moment to really understand what it means to be a highly sensitive person in the workplace. The term highly sensitive person comes from the groundbreaking work of Dr. Elaine Aron. Her research shows that about 15 to 20% of the population has this trait. If you are an HSP, you process information very deeply. You feel emotions intensely. You pick up on subtleties that most people completely miss. At work, that might mean you notice when someone's tone changes in a meeting. You feel drained after back-to-back Zoom calls. You struggle with bright lights or constant background chatter. But on the flip side, you often come up with creative insights, thoughtful solutions, or emotional clarity that others simply can't access. Let's take a breath there, because I want to acknowledge something important. Being an HSP in the modern workplace can be both a gift and a challenge. Our culture often rewards speed, multitasking, and constant stimulation. For someone with a sensitive nervous system, that can be overwhelming. I remember one of my clients, let's call her Sarah. She came to me completely burned out from her marketing agency job. She was brilliant, creative, insightful, and driven, but the constant deadlines, politics, and noise left her anxious and exhausted. Once she discovered she was highly sensitive, everything clicked. It wasn't about fixing herself anymore. She realized her nervous system wasn't built for that environment. And that single insight was life-changing. She didn't need to be tougher. She just needed to find a better fit. Part 2. Career categories that work well for HSPs. All right, let's get into the fun part. Let's talk about the kinds of work where HSPs tend to thrive. Now, keep in mind, this isn't about putting you in a box. It's about helping you recognize patterns that might align beautifully with who you are. Take a moment and imagine your ideal workday. What does it feel like? What does your body feel like in that environment? Calm, energized, peaceful? That inner compass is your guide. 1. Creative and expressive careers. HSPs often thrive in creative and expressive roles. Writing, art, music, design, acting, content creation, storytelling. Why? Because these careers allow you to take that rich inner life of yours and translate it into something meaningful. Let me tell you about James. For years, he worked as an accountant. He was good at it, but he felt this deep sense that something was missing. His creativity was calling out to him. Eventually, he took a leap into freelance photography. Scary, right? No stable paycheck, total uncertainty, but what he found was that his sensitivity was his superpower. He noticed the way light shifted in a room, the subtle emotion in a person's face, the story behind a glance, and those tiny details became his signature style. Today, James is thriving, not just financially, but emotionally. If you're creative, you might resonate with that. Maybe you're someone who has always journaled, painted, or dreamed of writing a book. That impulse is worth listening to. It's your sensitivity seeking expression. 2. Healing and helping professions. Psychotherapy, counseling, teaching, coaching, holistic health, nursing, massage therapy, energy work. These fields allow HSPs to do what they do best, to tune in. You're naturally empathetic. You sense what others need. You bring presence and care in a world that desperately needs both. I once worked with a woman named Lena. She spent years in retail. Bright lights, loud music, constant demands. She came home every night completely spent. Eventually, she trained as a massage therapist. She told me it was like coming home to herself. Her clients would say, "You just know where I'm holding tension." That intuition, that's the HSP gift in action. If you're drawn to healing, don't ignore it. It might be your calling. 3. Research and analytical fields. Another great fit. Research, writing, editing, academia, or library science. HSPs excel at going deep. You notice patterns. You find meaning in data. You bring nuance to complex ideas. Maybe you love reading, analyzing, or organizing information. You might enjoy the solitude and focus that these careers provide. I worked with a client who was a researcher in environmental science. She told me that her sensitivity allowed her to notice ecological patterns her colleagues overlooked. What others found tedious, she found deeply meaningful. That's the quiet power of sensitivity, depth over speed, quality over quantity. 4. Nature and animal-based careers. Many highly sensitive people find peace in nature and connection with animals. You might thrive in veterinary work, animal rescue, conservation, gardening, or forestry. These environments tend to be grounding and emotionally regulating. There's something incredibly healing about working with animals. They don't judge, they don't rush, and they communicate energetically. If you've ever felt calmer in a forest, near the ocean, or with a pet beside you, you already know how nourishing that is for your nervous system. 5. Flexible and remote-friendly careers. Let's talk about flexibility. Many HSPs need control over their environment to function at their best. Lighting, noise level, pacing, and breaks. That's why remote work can be a game changer. Whether it's freelance writing, virtual assistants, graphic design, IT, or coaching, remote-friendly roles let you create your ideal workspace. I've seen so many clients flourish once they started working from home. No fluorescent lights, no small talk by the coffee machine, no constant interruptions, just focus, calm, and freedom. If this resonates with you, take it seriously. It's not a luxury. It's a form of self-care. 6. Entrepreneurship. Not every HSP wants to run their own business, but for some, it's the perfect way to align your work with your values. Think of Mia, who turned her love of baking into a small online bakery. She told me, "For the first time, I can decide when I work, how I work, and who I work with." For her, sensitivity became her compass. She could build a business around her energy rather than forcing herself to keep up with someone else's pace. Entrepreneurship lets HSPs create boundaries, honor their rhythms, and express their creativity freely. Part 3. Careers HSPs may want to avoid. Now, let's gently explore the other side. Some careers can be especially challenging for highly sensitive people. Not impossible, but demanding on your system. These often include high-pressure sales or corporate environments, emergency medicine or first response roles, stock trading or high-speed finance, chaotic customer service jobs, environments with constant noise, criticism, or conflict. Again, this isn't about what you can't do, it's about what it costs you. If you're in one of these jobs and constantly feel depleted, anxious, or overstimulated, it may not be a sign of weakness. It may be that the job simply isn't aligned with your nervous system. And that's okay. Awareness is the first step toward change. Part 4. Practical tips for career success as an HSP. So, you found or you're searching for a career that fits. How do you thrive once you're there? Here are a few practical, heart-centered strategies. 1. Create a sensory-friendly workspace. Pay attention to your surroundings. Noise-canceling headphones, plants, soft lighting, calming music, all of these support your nervous system. Even in a traditional office, small adjustments can make a huge difference. 2. Build in rest and recovery. This is essential. Schedule breaks. Don't overpack your calendar. Honor your energy cycles. You're not lazy for needing downtime. You're wise for recognizing your limits. I often remind my clients, rest is not optional for HSPs, it's maintenance. 3. Learn to set boundaries. This might be the hardest one for many sensitive people. We want to please, we want harmony, but saying no is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself and for others. Boundaries protect your energy so you can give from a full cup. 4. Advocate for flexibility. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Remote work days, quiet hours, flexible scheduling. You'd be surprised how often employers say yes once they understand you're not being demanding, you're being proactive. 5. Trust your intuition. If something feels off from the beginning, a job, a boss, an environment, trust that signal. Your nervous system is wise. It picks up on things before your conscious mind does. Sensitivity gives you access to information that others may overlook. Honor that. And here is the bonus I was talking about. This is a guided meditation for highly sensitive people, finding your aligned career path. So we'll start by taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Let your body settle. Allow your shoulders to drop, your hands to soften, and your breath to find its own rhythm. You've arrived. This is your time, a gentle space to reconnect with your inner guidance. Feel the surface beneath you supporting your body. Feel the steadiness underneath you. There's nothing to do and nowhere to be, only this moment. As you breathe, imagine your inhale gathering calm energy and your exhale releasing tension, the expectations, the noise, the pressure of the outside world. Each breath brings you closer to yourself. Now, bring your awareness to your heart space, the quiet, intuitive center that always knows what's true for you. You might place a hand over your heart, feeling the warmth there. Take another slow, steady breath. Feel your heart expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Imagine this area glowing with a gentle light, the color of calm, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's soft gold or pale blue or warm rose. This light represents your sensitivity, your empathy, intuition, creativity, and depth. This is the part of you that already knows what kind of work will allow you to thrive. Before we begin to explore that vision, let's make space by letting go of what no longer serves you. Bring to mind any messages you've heard about work that don't feel right. Maybe things like, you should choose stability over joy. You're too sensitive to succeed. Work isn't supposed to feel good. See these words as wisps of fog floating in front of you. With your next exhale, imagine gently blowing them away. They fade, dissolve, disappear. You don't need them anymore. In their place, the air feels clear, open, spacious. You can breathe freely again. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine you're standing at the edge of a beautiful forest path. The light filters softly through the trees. The air smells fresh and clean. This path represents your true career path, the one that supports your sensitivity and your soul. Begin to walk slowly. With each step, feel yourself becoming more grounded, more connected to what feels right for you. You hear the gentle sounds of nature, birds, leaves, the whisper of wind. Your nervous system begins to relax. Your body feels at peace. Up ahead, the path opens into a sunlit clearing. In the center of this clearing is a small wooden bench. You walk toward it and sit down. From this calm place, you can connect with your inner wisdom, the part of you that already knows where you belong. Now, imagine someone approaching, a gentle presence, radiating warmth and peace. This is your inner guide, the wise, intuitive aspect of you that sees the bigger picture. They sit beside you, smiling softly. You feel completely safe, understood, and supported. Your inner guide places a hand over your heart and whispers, "You already know what kind of work brings you peace and meaning." Take a moment to listen without forcing anything. Let images, sensations, or words arise. Perhaps you see yourself creating, helping, writing, teaching, healing, designing, or nurturing. Perhaps you sense an environment, calm, natural, cozy, flexible. Perhaps you feel the energy of what's right rather than seeing clear details. Trust whatever comes. This isn't about logic. It's about resonance. What feels like home to your nervous system? Now imagine that you are living a day in your ideal work life, the one that fits your sensitivity perfectly. See yourself waking up rested and excited for the day. Notice the space you're in. What does it look like, sound like, smell like? Perhaps there's sunlight, gentle music, plants, calm energy. Perhaps you're surrounded by kind, respectful people, or maybe you're working peacefully on your own. You feel purposeful, focused, but not rushed. Your creativity flows naturally. You're using your gifts, your intuition, your empathy, your insight, and it feels fulfilling, effortless, right. Your body feels open, relaxed, balanced. There's no strain, no pretending, just harmony. Take a few breaths and feel this reality in your whole body. Now, this is what alignment feels like. Now, imagine gently placing a small glowing stone in your hand. This stone holds the energy of the career path that truly fits you. It represents work that nourishes you, respects your boundaries, and allows your sensitivity to shine as a strength. Hold it close to your heart and silently repeat, "I trust that the right career will meet me where I am. My sensitivity leads me toward meaningful, sustainable work. I deserve a life that feels balanced and true. I honor my energy, my gifts, and my pace." Feel those words vibrate through your body. They are true. Now take one last look at your inner guide. They smile and say, "You don't have to force it. The right path will unfold as you keep honoring who you are." You thank them, and they slowly fade back into the light. You begin walking back along the path, feeling calm, confident, and deeply aligned. Each step feels lighter, as if the earth itself supports you. When you reach the edge of the forest, take one more deep breath in and a long, slow exhale out. Bring your awareness back to your body, your feet, your hands, your breath. You can gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. Carry this feeling of clarity and calm with you into your day. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Just trust the gentle direction of your inner compass. Your sensitivity will show you the way. In closing, I'd like to remind you that being highly sensitive is not a limitation. It's a gift, a deep, powerful one. When you learn to work with your sensitivity instead of against it, you unlock your full potential. I would love to hear from you. What careers have supported your sensitivity? What lessons have you learned about finding balance at work? Leave a comment, share your thoughts, or pass this along to someone who might need to hear it today. If you found this conversation helpful, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more episodes on thriving as a highly sensitive person in life, love, and work.